Hi, it's Carl Brower, and I'm standing next to the all-new 2027 Toyota Highlander. Now, this is a big shift for the Highlander because, unlike every previous model, this one is all electric. No internal combustion and no hybrid drivetrain. It's still a three-row SUV. It has actually 45 cubic feet of space behind that third row, but is now powered by either a 77 kilowatt-hour battery or a 95.8 kilowatt-hour battery. And you can get it in two trims. You can get it in the base XLE in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you get the front-wheel drive, you're going to get about 287 miles of range. If you get the all-wheel drive, you're going to get about 270 miles of range. If you get the Limited, you get automatic all-wheel drive and you get the larger 95.8 kilowatt-hour battery, and that's going to get you 320 miles of range. That's an impressive figure. Anytime you're past that 300-mile range, people who want to travel distances with family and go on road trips, that starts to really reduce the range anxiety. And on top of that, this one will have the North American charging standard plug, so you've got that much better infrastructure and charging network to choose from, both Teslas as well as you can always use the adapter and use the CCS. Now, if you get the front-wheel drive version, you're going to have 221 horsepower, and if you get the all-wheel drive version, you get 338 horsepower. Now remember, we're going to get either a single or dual motor drivetrain in this. Because we've got a Limited, you're going to end up with the dual motor, and that means you've got the 338 horsepower. If you get the XLE, you'll have the 221 horsepower, but you do get the impressive range. Even with this increased horsepower and the standard all-wheel drive, that 320 mile range comes with that larger battery pack on the Limited. I think some of the styling elements that they've done on this new Highlander, this electric version, are very cool. I think the overall proportions look good, but also things like these lighting elements. Look at these taillights. It goes around here and it comes all the way around the back of the vehicle with these really cool, futuristic, and very clean lighting elements. You've seen this a lot on electric cars. It's become very kind of trademark electric vehicle to have these kind of full width taillights, and they look great on this Highlander. And the base wheel size on the new Highlander electric vehicle is going to be 19 inches. That's what you're going to get on both the XLE and the upscale Limited. But on this Limited version, like this one, you can get these 22-inch wheels. Now I'm sitting inside this new Toyota Highlander and I'm loving the contrast, like the black and white contrast that you're seeing on the steering wheel, on the dash. These seats are extremely comfortable. They've also got a lot of support and they still feel like a very high quality covering. As far as the technology interface, you've got a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster here that's highly reconfigurable, and then you've got a 14-inch central touchscreen that you're seeing really on a lot of the Toyotas now. And this will have the latest version of Toyota's multimedia interface with all the latest tech. It's also got the latest version of their safety, Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. So we've jumped up another number from 3.0 to 4.0. That means extra good or effective things like traffic jam assist or lane keeping assist, hands-free driving. I'm really liking not only the brighter color that this interior is offering, but this cool ambient lighting that's right here in the center of the door. And I'm seeing it in the front too, on the armrest. It's down here. Some really cool kind of premium feeling inside of this vehicle. It goes with the high-tech family transportation that I think Toyota wants with this vehicle. Speaking of cool lighting, there's a full glass roof here. So when you're driving in this vehicle, especially with this white interior, you're going to have a very bright cabin. Now I'm sitting in one of the captain's chairs, of course, and these do offer heating on the Limited and a full climate control system for your second row passengers. There's also USB ports here in both of the seat backs. Now remember, it's a three-row SUV, and so if you get that third row even up when it's being utilized, you're going to get 15 cubic feet back here. But it's easy to just flip these up like it should be, and now you've got extra row seating. Now you will get captain's chairs standard in the Limited and even in the XLE, but there is a version of the XLE that will allow you to do a bench seat for your second row if you want more carrying capacity for passengers. I've got the information here between the different grades and the equipment that you get on them. If you get the XLE grade, you're going to get standard LED daytime running lights, you're going to get acoustic front glass, you're going to get 19-inch wheels, semi-flush electronic door handles, pretty slick here. You're going to get soft text trimmed seating, that kind of new leather-like but not actual leather material they're starting to put in a lot of the Toyotas. You're going to get heated front seats and a heated steering wheel. You're going to get second row seats with one-touch fold. And you're going to get the new 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that the newer Toyotas have, and you're going to get a 14-inch central touchscreen with the Toyota multimedia system. You're also going to get a 6-speaker audio system, 64 color customizable ambient interior lighting options, and you're going to get Toyota's Safety Sense 4.0. So we've moved up a number now from 3.0 to 4.0 on the latest Toyotas. And these do all have the North American Charging Standard, or NACS, charging port for DC fast charging, and of course access to the Tesla charging network. You're going to get paddle shifters with regenerative braking right off the steering wheel. You're going to get the dual voltage charging cable for AC and home charging. And what's cool is they told us this thing is capable of vehicle to load power flow. So you can use this in emergency situations to power equipment or potentially even a house. You've got to get like a two-way cable, but you can get that. And again, you're going to get 287 miles of range with the base XLE front-wheel drive that I just told you everything it's got. That's pretty well equipped. And you're going to get 270 miles if you get the XLE with all-wheel drive, but you go up to the 320 miles of range with the 95.8 kilowatt-hour battery all-wheel drive XLE, limited model with all-wheel drive. The limited grade adds to everything I just said a head-up display, side view mirrors with memory and reverse tilt function. You're going to get ventilated front seats, heated second row seats, rear sunshades, advanced parking assist, traffic jam assist, the panoramic view monitor, so you have the overhead 360 monitor while you're parking, lane change assist, front cross traffic alert, and you can get options on the XLE all-wheel drive for bench seating. So if you want bench seating in that second row, it's usually captain's chairs, but if you get the all-wheel drive XLE, you can get a bench seat back there and add to your passenger capacity. You can get panoramic roof on both grades, and you can get a JBL premium audio system with 11 speakers and a subwoofer, but that's only on the XLE all-wheel drive and the Limited for that upper JBL system. And there's two-tone paint, and while these have 19-inch wheels that you see here, you can get 22-inch wheels. This is a pretty big deal when you think about it, right? It's Toyota's first three-row all-electric vehicle, which are starting to kind of flood the market now. It's built in the US, which a lot of the electric vehicles, especially the big ones, are not. And it's got the vehicle-to-load power capability that we're starting to see or have seen for a couple of years from things like the Hyundai and the Kia brands. So a pretty big deal. And they're even building the batteries in the US. So tariffs, good idea, bad idea. They're making this entire vehicle, including the battery pack, in the US. I personally think it looks fabulous. It's got a little more of a chunky look to it, obviously, than the last Highlander. I'm loving this particular blue shade that they've got. When you've got that kind of range, 320 miles, even in a long distance kind of travel vehicle like this that's family friendly, I think you do start to really cut your range anxiety, especially as the infrastructure builds out, and especially with one like this, where you've got the North American Charging Standard, which has opened up a lot more options with the Tesla network. It's fascinating to see Toyota going all electric for the Highlander in the midst of an electric market that's been struggling a bit in the US over the past year. We know that market share hasn't grown like they thought it would, and there's even been some very popular models that have been canceled in the last 12 months. In the midst of that, here comes a new Highlander, all-electric three-row. Their first three-row SUV powered all by batteries. We are going to watch and see how well it does in the market when it arrives next fall. Pricing hasn't yet been announced, but we'll know that soon.